At the G20 here in Rio, the Prime Minister will aim to show he's not focused on beaches and stunning views, but on the cost of living. He'll use his first intervention at the summit to call on leaders to support de-escalation in the Middle East and an end to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. He blames both for pushing up inflation. In this city that sits beneath Christ the Redeemer, the Prime Minister spent his Sunday morning with a visit to church. It was then largely a rest day in between summits. The APEC summit in Peru wrapped up yesterday. The G20 begins formally here in Rio tomorrow. The Prime Minister will start with a meeting on the sidelines with China's President Xi Jinping, their third bilateral meeting since the thaw in relations between the two countries and the resumption of more normal trade ties. Their last meeting was in Beijing about 12 months ago. You would expect Anthony Albanese will use this meeting with Xi Jinping to again talk about areas of improving on trade, but also raise concerns about China's threatening behaviour towards Taiwan, its actions in the South China Sea and its support for Russia in its war in Ukraine. To that end, when it comes to his first intervention on the floor of the G20 summit, Anthony Albanese will point to both the conflict in the Middle East and the war in Ukraine as issues that are pushing up global inflation and energy prices. He'll urge his fellow leaders to support de-escalation in the Middle East and to support Russia ending its invasion of Ukraine. That's unlikely to receive unanimous support, given Russia's represented here, China as well. The point is, Anthony Albanese wants to show he's focused on these matters, all tied to cost of living. He's not so much focused on the beaches and the stunning views here in Rio, but on those ordinary household concerns back home.